I just spoke to a woman who wants to marry a woman. But the woman she wants to marry is not Jewish. Is it still okay?
Is it still okay? That's tricky. Which part is
It doesn't matter because they're not married anyway. So, as long as we're on that subject, I mean marriage. The definition of marriage, which clarifies many things, the definition of marriage is when two parts of a soul reunite. That's a marriage. If two people get together and want to spend the rest of their life with each other, that's not a marriage. That's just whatever, an arrangement. So two people can have a union and live happily ever after. It won't be a marriage unless it's a reunion. That's why a Jew and a non-Jew can have a good union, but they can't have a reunion. Two men can have a good union. They can live happily ever after. But it's not a marriage because a reunion is a male and female part of the soul. And if they were once one soul and have rediscovered each other, that's a marriage.
So how do you do a reunion?
I don't know.
Any other union?
Here's the sad thing. The sad thing, you can have a union that works out very nicely and they're happy, and you can have a reunion that is a disaster.
What is that?
In other words, only a marriage can be a disaster. If it's just a union and it doesn't work out, it's not a disaster. What did you ask? No.
Oh, I just wanted to know how you know it's a reunion.
Oh.
Does it makes a difference, but
It
how
does.
would you know?
It's a matter of definition. If you get married, it's because that's the religious thing to do. Human beings would not get married if it wasn't God's idea. Human beings would never come up with an idea like that. So it's God's idea, and if we understand his idea correctly, it is the reunion, just like the male and female body were once a single body. Adam was created male and female. And that's why, even though male and female have become separated, when they come together in intimacy, they can become one again. Because essentially they were once one. Why is that true of the body? Why did God create it one body and then separate it? He could have created it separate to begin with. Because the body is a reflection of the soul. And since the soul was once one, and then got divided into male and female, so the body, being created in the image of the soul, also gets created single and then becomes divided into two, and then through marriage is reunited. So the definition of marriage, which is a religious concept, is that it's a reunion of soul. What value does that information have? When you're married and you know that it's not just a union but a reunion, you are willing to put much more effort into it to make it work. If it was just a union, which means your choice and your decision, so you changed your mind. So you made a mistake. Why work so hard at it? And that's actually what's happening with marriages today. People get married and divorced with equal ease. It's as easy to get divorced as it is to get married. And that's because we don't see it as anything more than our own choice. And if I made a bad choice, okay, I'm sorry, but Enough is enough. Call it off.
Well, if it's not our choice, whose choice is it?
God's choice. To bring those two parts of the soul together, that's what God stays up all night doing. And when you look at it, it really is amazing sometimes. What did it take for your parents to meet each other? I mean, sometimes they grew up on the same block and the girl next door, that kind of thing. But sometimes it takes World War II to get people together. Had it not been for World War II, our parents would probably never have met.